Hello my good people, welcome to my channel. Today we are reviewing Purple Hearts movie. Purple Hearts is a United States military decoration awarded in the name of the president to those wounded or killed while serving. In the most recent Netflix film, Purple Hearts, Sofia Carson and Nicholas Galitzine play Cassie and Luke, two cash-strapped folks. Cassie requires funds to pay for her medical insurance, whilst Luke must pay off his drug dealer, and as Luke has lately enlisted in the Marines, he thinks that their issues will be resolved if they married. Cassie, the daughter of a single parent, who doesn't know her father. Cassie has trust issues. All the men she met, via her mother's relationships with soldiers, were trash. Thus, Cassie protects her heart and pours most of her feelings into her music. After all, while she has bandmates, it seems they are co-workers at the bar she works at, peers in the band, but not friends. But with Luca coming to her rescue, though she would hate for it to be put like that, Cassie opens herself in ways she didn't think she would to someone like Luke. Luke is a third-generation Marine who went a bit off the rails after the death of his mother. He used narcotics, possibly attempted suicide, and simply burned out. Therefore, he joined the military in an effort to recover his father's affection and esteem. Luco's a dealer who is eager to blow up his life, and their connection is strained because of a debt his father pushed him to pay. Frankie is a charming 20-year-old with a promising future. He comes from a loving family, is completely over heels in love with his fiancée, and has a good buddy in Cassie who used to babysit him despite not appearing to be much older than he is. Purple Hearts is the story of a couple who marry for financial reasons despite scarcely knowing each other. Cassie is an aspiring singer-songwriter who works as a waitress to make ends meet. Luke is a Marine who owes a substantial amount of money to his drug dealer. Cassie cannot afford her health insurance, and Luke's previous drug dealer is threatening him to pay back the debt he owes him. And when their paths cross, the concept of a sham marriage emerges. The good thing about Purple Hearts is that it avoids the cheesiness of other romantic films. In its place, Purple Hearts incorporates some real-world themes into a charming little story that it covers in less than 2 hours. A Star is Born is the closest comparable film to this one. Similar to the 2018 film, Purple Hearts features songs for every situation, as well as happiness and grief. Although Purple Hearts may not have the same emotional impact as other films, it is still incredibly heartfelt, and it is difficult not to become attached to the characters throughout the film. The film, which is based on Tess Wakefield's 2017 book of the same name, moves as you would expect with this kind of film. And what I mean by that is that you sense when there's going to be a turning point, whether that's character or story-wise. And whilst Tess Wakefield may be more known for producing fiction for young readers, the novel was her first solely aimed at adult readers. Even so, whether you're an adult or teenager, you should be able to enjoy Purple Hearts. In addition to being the principal actress, she also co-wrote the film's score and served as executive producer. It may not be a great film, but I can assure you there are far worse movies out there. The primary actors Sofia Carson and Nicholas Galitzine play respectable characters, and it's safe to assume that you won't see them on the big screen again soon. When they first meet at the pub where Cassie works, the two do not exactly get along. Their personalities continue to clash, but they decide to marry in order to improve their circumstances. From their fights over lunch, Cassie and Luke struggle to appear to be a true couple. Nevertheless, they continue to fake it until their attraction becomes evident. A variety of feelings, including love, support, respect, and compassion, are all represented by the Purple Heart symbol. It is also a medal that is given to United States servicemen who have been wounded or killed while serving their country in active combat. Purple Hearts is a romantic musical drama that stirs up all of these conflicting feelings into a conflux. Cassie Salazar, an aspiring songwriter and vocalist living in Oceanside, California, does a variety of odd jobs to make ends meet. Cassie is of Spanish descent. When she finds out that her health insurance will no longer cover the medication she needs to treat her type 1 diabetes, her burden is multiplied by 2. Cassie has a chance encounter with Luke Morrow, portrayed by Nicholas Galitzine, a reformed addict and troubled soldier who is currently engaged in a battle to clear his debts and longs for a reunion with his father. Due to the fact that they are both in desperate need of money, the couple decides to get married in order to take advantage of the military benefits available to married couples. And when calamity befalls them, they dig into the depths of comprehending love life and everything beyond. Purple Hearts is engaging despite having a plot that is easy to guess thanks to its fascinating character journeys and its compassionate portrayal of interpersonal interactions. Beyond an investigation into Cassie's romantic relationships, the movie focuses on Cassie's mother and the reasons behind her behavior, as well as Luke's efforts to reconstruct his life. Some of the striking sequences include a protracted episode in which Cassie and Luke get to know each other better through writing, and some of the dreams that Cassie expresses eventually go on to become true. The boundary between love and convenience is becoming increasingly blurry in this marriage of convenience, as the characters encourage each other's belief in love. Although the movie Purple Hearts could be classified as a romantic comedy, the director, Elizabeth, and the writers who collaborated with her tackle weighty subjects like feminism, racism, the lives of immigrants, and consent with care and sensibility. For instance, we notice that there are two flags, one reading Pride and the other reading Black Life Counts, flapping from Cassie's balcony. As a sign of respect for her husband Luke, who has been sent to a conflict zone, she decides to hang the American flag in their home. These flags serve as representations of the values that she upholds. Purple Hearts is pumped up by Peart lighting in cozy color tones, and it's all thanks to the gorgeous soundtrack that plays in the background. On the other hand, the storyline seems to be a recycled version of other movies that we have seen over the years. It's possible that if there had been a more formidable enemy, it would have added to the film's overall appeal. Even with all of its obvious plot points, Purple Hearts never fails to show us that there is more to love than just being romantic. It is possible for it to manifest itself in the forms of suffering, bereavement, respect, compassion, and, finally, even benign friendship. This leads to Cassie and Luke engaging in sexual activity just before Luke's deployment to Iraq. Cassie continues to work tables and perform while Luke is in Iraq, and Luke FaceTimes Cassie frequently. It is evident that Cassie and Luke are beginning to develop feelings for one another, even if it is initially for the sake of convincing others of their love. After Cassie celebrates one of her songs going viral, though, tragedy strikes. Luke's legs have been destroyed and he has sustained severe injuries in Iraq, she discovers. As a result, she goes to warn his brother, only to encounter his father, Jacob, who has a really low opinion of Luke. Frankie, a Marine who was set to propose to his fiancée, is soon revealed to have been killed in war. A number of different feelings, including love, support, respect, and compassion are all represented by the Purple Heart sign. It is also a medal that is given to United States servicemen who have been wounded or killed while serving their country in active combat. Purple Hearts is a romantic musical drama that blends all of these emotions and more into a seamless whole. Cassie Salazar, an aspiring songwriter and singer from Spain who lives in Oceanside, California, works a variety of odd jobs to make ends meet. However, the going gets even tougher for her after she discovers that her health insurance will no longer cover the medication she needs to treat her type 1 diabetes. Luke Morrow, portrayed by Nicholas Galitzine and a recovering addict who served in the Marines, is engaged in his own struggles. On the one hand, he is having trouble making his payments on his obligations, while on the other side, he is pining away for a relationship with his father. The two meet as a result of financial difficulties, and they soon begin what appears to be a marriage of convenience. However, when a terrible event occurs, the couple is forced to delve deeper into their understanding of love, life, and each other. Purple Hearts manages to attract viewers despite having a plot that is easy to guess thanks to its fascinating character journeys and sympathetic portrayals of interpersonal interactions. In addition to the primary subject of the movie, which is an investigation into Cassie's romantic life, the movie also centers on the narrative of Cassie's mother and Luke's efforts to start over in life. There is a striking scene in which Cassie and Luke spend a considerable amount of time getting to know each other through the medium of writing, and there is also a sequence in which Cassie reveals some fantasies, which subsequently come true. The boundary between love and convenience is becoming increasingly blurry in this marriage of convenience, as the participants in it feed off of each other's faith and love. Purple Hearts is, at its most fundamental level, a romance picture. Nevertheless, director Elizabeth and her writers have also taken care to touch upon key modern problems, such as feminism, racism, immigrant lives, and consent, and they do so in a way that is sensitive and sensitive. On Cassie's balcony, for example, we can make out two flags. One reads Pride, while the other reads Black Lives Matter. As a sign of appreciation for Luke's service, she flies the American flag in their home after he is sent to a conflict zone. These flags serve as representations of the values that she upholds. Purple Hearts is pumped up by dynamic lighting and warm color tones, and it's all because to the gorgeous soundtrack that drives it. The storyline, on the other hand, seems to be a recycled version of other movies that we have seen over the years. Despite the film's predictability, Purple Hearts successfully reminds us that love can be found in many other forms, not simply in romantic relationships. It is possible for it to exist in the form of agony, grief, respect, compassion, or even in the form of a benign companionship. There are times when, in a world that is coping with negativity, our hearts just desire for a story that will comfort us, and Purple Hearts is exactly that kind of story. Purple Hearts ending explained. When Luke, who is now confined to a wheelchair, comes home, he is forced to live with Cassie in order to avoid being tried for desertion. During this time, Luke's father visits much too frequently for Cassie, and Luke's comfort. Cassie does not stop helping Luke, even going so far as to buy him a dog named Peaches so that men like him can have companionship. However, her words doesn't land well with Luke. As the plot of Purple Hearts continues, Luke's past struggles with substance abuse begin to catch up with him. Luke eventually comes up with the amount of money he owes to Jono, his dealer, after Jono demands payment from Luke. In any case, Jono finds out that Cassie and Luke's marriage is a fake, and he gives the information to the proper authorities. As a direct consequence of this, Luke and Cassie will be required to attend a hearing over their sham marriage. In spite of the fact that Luke was cautioned against making a comment, he goes ahead and does it anyhow. He admits to having coerced Cassie into marrying him and states that he is willing to take full responsibility for their union. Luke was judged to be responsible for the crime and given a sentence of 6 months in prison followed by a dishonorable discharge. However, because of this, Cassie will not be facing any charges. After signing a record deal, Cassie gives a performance at the Hollywood Bowl as the show Purple Hearts comes to a close. Cassie gets in her car and drives off almost as soon as she finishes performing so that she can bid farewell to Luke before he begins serving his sentence. After her stirring speech, they have a passionate embrace. What did you think of the Netflix film Purple Hearts and the ending? Comment below. Thank you for watching. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel, like and share and click the notification bell to get updated on the latest movies reviews.